The power of love has been finally recognized by large numbers of humans. November 6, 2014. As you well know, God is love, there is nothing else, and so you are all love and God, you are one. God is no beginning, no end, whereas He created all of you as perfect beings, because all that He creates is by its very nature perfect, and He gave you everything that He had, all that exists, love. By doing so He demonstrated infinite and eternal love in action, and that is an eternally ongoing state or condition that never changes. You all existed before what your scientists, astronomers, and astrophysicists presently describe as the Big Bang, the moment in which they believe the universe came into being. Other theories of its initial appearance are also being considered. The truth remains that before the Big Bang, before the apparent separation from your source, you are. What you experience as a physical environment is an illusion that you collectively constructed to experience separation from the divine source that created you in a momentary and insane attempt to prove that you had no need of that source. But you only succeeded in proving that you do. Without it there would be nothing, which is impossible, but you were able to pretend that you were alone, unencumbered by the loving source that created you, and maintains you eternally alive and well. Now, in that brief moment, unaware of Him, seemingly unable to see Him or know Him, you experienced fear and the sense that life was short, followed unavoidably by personal termination and death, nothingness, extinction. And that truly is a terrifying thought that you do your absolute best to block or deny. However, over the eons, some have become aware that the world of form, that seems so real to you, is in fact utterly illusory, and that awareness has, of late, been spreading like wildfire. Within yourselves, where the radiant light of God's love burns eternally, you absolutely know that you are divine beings, one with Source, but the seductions and enticements of the illusion you have built continue to attract you to focus almost all of your attention there. You are confused and conflicted. But the attractions of the illusion are fading very rapidly because it is becoming more and more apparent that the system that rules it just does not and cannot work. Peace, joy, and happiness are not available within it. Yes, momentary happiness is possible, but you are no longer satisfied with that, or with the dawning realization that things are never going to get any better. As long as love is shut out, and political expediency and betrayal rule, there are no solutions to humanity's ongoing problems. That realization is what is bringing you rapidly towards your awakening. The power of love has been finally recognized by large numbers of humans who have for eons lived in fear. Yes, to be loving in every situation seems utterly insane, that is in terms of life in the illusion which seems to be fraught with danger in every moment. But many have now started to disregard that fear, to let go of that belief, and are being loving and vulnerable anyhow, and, as a direct result, finding that truly there is nothing to fear. That is the first step on your path to instant awakening, and having taken it, you will never turn back. And of course the examples of those forerunners is observed and brings a sense of amazement and wonder to others who could be called the onlookers. If you are not yet behaving lovingly at all times, then you are onlookers, but onlookers who are about to participate, because it is impossible to remain long as non-participators when you observe the joy those forerunners are having. Your awakening is assured because you are already taking a very active part in it. It is your collective will and it is irreversible. God is life, consciousness, awareness, wisdom, love, and so is every part of His creation, because He is all that is. There is nothing beyond or outside of Him, therefore you are He. You have just temporarily lost your awareness of this divine truth. Temporarily is also unreal. There is never a moment when you are not one with Him and with all of creation, with all sentient life. All that is missing is your awareness, only nothing is missing, you are just refusing to be aware, which, again, is impossible. The human life experience is indeed a strange and unsettling paradox. You each chose to undergo it, to be participants in a collective state of unreality, of non-existence that you made seem extremely real, a place in time and space, both also unreal, where your very existence is constantly under threat of extermination from floods, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, wars, and diseases, to name just a few of your fears. In fact, life, as you experience it, presents you with an endless succession of terrifying possibilities which you then expend vast quantities of energy and resources trying to prevent from happening. And because you cannot agree among yourselves about the most sensible course of action, and because of the apparent seriousness of the situations that you are faced with, you act unilaterally, making your situation worse, and yourselves more fearful. Fortunately, you have had enough of this insanity, of this insane nightmare, and have collectively chosen to wake up. It has taken you eons to reach the realization that your environment is unreal, a figment of your powerful and collective imagination that you can dispel whenever you make the collective decision to do so. Here in the spiritual realms, where we are constantly watching over you and offering you guidance and assistance, we are absolutely thrilled that you have finally taken this momentous collective decision. There remain a few who would do all in their power to maintain and continue controlling the illusion, and because free will cannot be violated, they will, for as long as they choose, find themselves continuing to maintain an illusion, apparently the same illusion, and continuing to play their sad little games. However, their choice will not in any way at all interfere with humanity's collective choice, its free will choice to awaken. It might seem like the arrival of the biblical prophecy of the Last Judgment and the separation of the sheep from the goats. But that was only a metaphor to assure those who were loving that they would never be abandoned. In truth, God would never abandon anyone. He created all perfect, and He loves all infinitely and eternally, so He will just allow those who choose to continue playing their games until they, like the rest of the collective, have had enough. Then they too will awaken into the wonder that is reality, heaven, God, your source, and enjoy the ecstasy of their natural eternal state like everyone else. So, while you remain within the illusion for a little longer, as you move into full wakefulness, release all judgment of others and engage fully with love, intending to share it and send it and its many loving aspects to all who are in any way distressed, because that is God's will, and therefore yours too. With so very much love, Saul. Channeled by John Smallman. johnsmallman.wordpress.com